Back with you at Heritage Conference Media Day from First Commonwealth Bank Field in Homer City, talking Homer Center softball. We're joined by two coaches, head coach Gary Shepard and assistant Randy Thomas. Coach, good to have you here, ready for another season that there were a lot of promising things after last year, even though it didn't quite end the way you guys wanted. Talk to me about what were some of the biggest takeaways from your points of view here this year.
Well, coming into this year, we're really young. We graduated, I think, 5 seniors last year. And this year we've got 11 freshmen and 6 sophomores, so we're going to have to really get them up to speed quickly because they're going to have to play a role in our advancement through single A this year. So we're excited about what they're going to bring, but it's going to be a work in progress because, like I said, they're new. They got a lot to learn, and hopefully we can spend more time outside getting them up to speed.
Yeah, we're fortunate also to have some really good, senior and upperclassmen leadership coming back also. Yeah, we lost a few of our some four-year players last year that contributed an awful lot. But we're looking forward to seeing how our new seniors, juniors are going to really step up and help lead these freshmen and the sophomores along and bring them into the fold and become, Wildcat softball.
So obviously numbers looking a little promising for you guys this year. Give me some of the names of who you're turning to really lead this Wildcat softball team this year.
Well, the two to your right there, Gigi Palmer and Ava King, we expect and we have Mel George as our other senior. So like Randy said, we expect a lot out of them, not only on the field but off the field as well, because having 11 freshmen who don't really know what's going on, both on and off the field, we're leaning on those three to lead the way. We have some good freshmen. Again, we don't know yet where they're going to be in the lineup, what positions. I would say Kylie Bear is one freshman I know is going to be our catcher this year, who looks like a really good player. Beyond that, it's hard to say where the other freshmen and sophomores are going to be leading us this year.
Yeah, I agree with what Gary just said there. One bright spot we have with a lot of these freshmen, they've played a lot of higher level travel ball. So they've got a lot of overall experience going on. They've seen a lot. They've played a lot of games. So it's just now applying it that you're now coming into a freshman stage where you're essentially playing up 2 levels. It's like playing a 14U, but now you're jumping right into an 18U, and that's a huge learning curve. And the speed of the game does increase dramatically there. So we're just hopeful to see how we can bring them along and bring them up to speed.
What have you guys done during the offseason to bring those young players up to speed and get the rest of the team ready for 2025?
Well, not as much as we'd like to because a lot of the kids are playing other sports. So we haven't had a lot of participation off season because we have such good athletes. They're playing volleyball, they're playing basketball, and just finished their season within the last 10 days. And so now they're transitioning to softball. So it's a little bit difficult, especially when the weather's not good and you have to be in the gym. So we're really working hard to get them up to speed, ready for the start of the season.
Always a challenge, from freshmen the whole way through seniors. Okay, you're in a spring sport. Lots of these have already played 2 complete seasons, whether it's volleyball and basketball. So, it's our job to keep it fresh for them, keep them excited, give them something to look forward to coming into. And we're trying to do that every day and to allow them that whole experience. And I agree with Gary. The more sports that they can play, the more challenges there is, the better that you build the overall skill sets. So we're fortunate we have that coming into us also.
So take me through your overlook of the Heritage Conference. There's a lot of competition there. What can you tell us about this year's landscape of the conference?
Well, we expect the same cast of characters to do well again. Washamokin over there and Marion Center have been the 2 teams that we've tried to be in the last couple of years, looking to try to reach their level as far as success. We haven't quite got over that hump. So that's when I look at the schedule, those are the 2 teams that I really focus on because they've been the leaders, at least the 2 years that I've been here. So we're going to really try and this year. And I think we're getting there. We just need to do it on the field now.
And having been around for one stint before and then back now with Gary. I've seen a lot of changes in the Heritage Conference. The biggest thing is bringing in the everybody from out, we'll call it the East Division, I guess. You're bringing in a Conemaugh Township, a Conemaugh Valley, a Cambria Heights. Okay, those are teams that we didn't encounter very much. Okay, and they bring a very high level game to the conference, and add that extra little bit of challenge. That there's no free games in this conference. Okay, everybody's going to put up a good fight and really play well.
All right, well, let's talk with some of the fighters from your team. Good luck this season, and thanks for joining us. All right, I'll switch things over to those that we're going to see on the field, starting with Gigi Palmer. Gigi, this is going to be a big test for you guys this year in this tough Heritage Conference. What are some of the things that you've been doing this offseason to get you and the rest of the team ready?
During the summer, there's been like an agility and weightlifting program that we've been going through, and some of the players have been contributing to that. And also we did like a fall ball league in the summer to get some games going, and there's been some conditioning going on.
When you look back at last season, what were some of the biggest takeaways that maybe you had?
Our batting average, our pitch selection was not very good, and there was lots of down balls to last year's season.
Pitch selection seems like one of those things that's kind of tough to improve upon. Is there anything that maybe you guys have done this offseason to maybe improve that?
Definitely just we've got more tools, like with working when hitting and watching the ball like come in and seeing like you pitch and seeing like keeping your eye on the ball and seeing if it goes high or low. So
where are we going to see you on the field this year?
I'm an outfielder.
Outfielder, okay. You play all three positions. Where at?
I am left field.
Left field. Is there anything that I know it's kind of hard to do inside getting ready for left field because you can't really field pop-ups in there, but what are some of the other things maybe you've done to maybe improve your defensive game in the outfield just indoors?
We've had to practice crow hops, sliding on the mats, like practicing diving, and just basically getting all that power to throw the ball to home.
You've been around the Heritage Conference for quite some time. There's a lot of contenders up top there. When you look at it and how you've played the Heritage Conference in the past, what are some of the biggest obstacles that you face as a player when you go up against all these tough teams?
Definitely the pitchers, because you could play the team the same week, and you could have the fastest pitcher on their team, and then you could go play them in a couple of days, and then they'd have the slowest pitcher, and their hitting can be on one game and their hitting can be off, so you never know.
So what needs to happen for you guys to take that next step, post a winning record, and get to the Heritage Conference Championship?
I think just great bonding between all the girls and having a good mentality throughout the season and having a positive attitude.
All right. Thanks, Gigi. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Now let's talk with Ava King, the second member of the Wildcats here. Ava, take me through your off-season workouts. What have you been doing to get ready for 2025?
Me personally, I'm a swimmer, so I do a lot of swimming for cardio to help mobility in my shoulders. And I also did the summer program this summer. That's really it.
How tough is it to go from one sport like swimming to a sport like softball, which when you look at them side by side, there's a lot of differences?
I actually find it really easy because I build up a lot of muscle and a lot of cardio and endurance during swim season, and then it all transfers over to softball. It's just a lot of strength.
Talk to me a little bit about the chemistry of this team, because Gigi kind of alluded to that. It seems like a very tight-knit group of girls.
So we actually are, and a lot of them are coming from basketball season where they're already have a lot of good friendships. It is a little difficult because there's 11 freshmen and there's more freshmen than upperclassmen, so that will be a little difficult, but most of them are getting the feel for the team and just getting to know everyone and bonding.
From your point of view, what sort of things need to improve here in 2025 for you to get to that next step?
I think effort in practice, because whenever you put effort into practice, it'll eventually pay out during games.
Talk to me a little bit about the Heritage Conference, too. I want to get your opinion on it, because it gets tougher every year. There's not really a clear-cut favorite no matter which way you slice it. But from your point of view, how challenging can it be playing in a league like the Heritage?
Like Gigi said, people can be on and off. It's really about mentality. There's not a set in stone high up there. Everyone's just competitive, and there's no easy wins.
Is there anything you guys can do to maybe improve your mentality, not just before the season starts, but during it too?
Definitely with the bonding, because it's a lot easier to play softball with a group of people that you love, and it all just goes together.
Well, hey, best of luck this year, girls. We appreciate the time, and thanks so much for it. That's the Homer Center softball team. We'll continue with more coverage from Heritage Conference Media Day at First Commonwealth Bank Field in Homer City. For the Wildcats, this is Jake Slebodnick on Renda Digital TV.